is a nice sunny day outside, so it is very hot in the cabin today. Hey up lads, welcome back to the channel for yet another video. Now, I was browsing on the YouTubes, as I do every day, and like I do so many times, I came across a video. Specifically this video from Driver61, or the other channel, one of many Scott Mansell channels. And in the video it talks about modern day hot hatchbacks being faster around the Nordschleife than supercars from as little as 10 years ago. Now, as unbelievable as that sounds, is actually true. And this kind of makes the supercar posters that we hung on our walls a bit weak. And as always, an idea popped into my head. Let's give this a try in the sim. Now, before we jump into the sim, I should explain that there is a bit of a caveat to this. You see, when the modern day hatchbacks did those times, they were on modern rubber. And obviously the more modern the rubber, the more developed it's got and more grip you've got. And even in the span of 10 years, tyre development has been huge. Now, luckily, Assetto Corsa allows you to change your tyres. Now, before hitting my recording, I took a 90s Lamborghini Diablo around the Nordschleife, and in the tyre options, there is an option for 90s tyre. So the grip has been catered to what the tyres would have been like in the 90s. And I managed a lap time around the Nordschleife of an 8 minute 1 second 0.8. Now, to get around the problem for the more modern day solutions, there isn't really an option for modern tyres, say. So for today's test, to represent the difference in tyre development, we're going to put the Mercedes on standard street tyres and we're going to put the Honda Civic on semi-slicks. And that should represent the difference in old and modern rubber. So without any further ado, let's jump into VR and get on with it. Okay, so here we are in the Mercedes SLS AMG. And what the plan is, we're going to set a hot lap in the Mercedes and then try and beat it with the Honda. Right, let's set off and see what we can do. I do have the traction control off, purely because I know this Assetto Corsa has a bit of a history of dampening performance with its traction control. Down at the second gear, keep it nice and tidy, and oh goodness, it's very, very squirmy. Nice dab of brake, keep it nice and neat and tidy through here. It's probably a good idea to try and keep the traction control on, maybe, because if we've learned anything, oh, we've gone wide a bit there. Oi, yay, yay. Keep it nice, tidy. Oh goodness me. Yeah, if we've learned anything from Jeremy Clarkson when he took it around that American racetrack, this car was very lively. Very lively. Here we go. And power down. This car is an absolute monster in the straight line, but we've got to go very slowly through here because even though it's got a mini rear wing that lifts up at a certain speed, the front tyres lift off when you go over that crest. Now this is where we're going to build up the most amount of time, is in the straights. Third gear for this, try and keep it nice and neat through here. I've always loved this car. This car was one of my favourite supercars back in the day, and I would happily have one still. Try and cut it nice. Oh, we're going very wide. Third gear, nice and neat on the entry. Come on, keep it in third because we've got quite a torquey engine. We don't need to go any lower, and bring the throttle back on and rotate the rear end. There we go. Making some nice progress. It actually feels pretty sporty, even for a car, well, it's technically not even that old. I'm amazed at the amount of grip, and this is me after I've tried the Diablo, and the difference between this and the Diablo is night and day. It was like, it was a different car. Well, of course it was a different car, but it was like driving a truck compared to this. I think it might be a good idea to put the traction control on at some point. Third gear. There we go, bringing it nice and neatly up. The Nordschleife is painful to drive for me because I actually don't have that much knowledge of the Nordschleife. I know, filthy sim racer doesn't bother learning the Nordschleife. Whoa. And away we go. It is getting very hot in the cabin today, I must admit. and up the hill. This is where we're going to gain a lot of time due to just having so much more power. Gentle lift off as we touch the dirt a little bit on entry. Oh, I think I slowed down a little bit too much there. Not the greatest lap in history, but it's much quicker than my last one. Down 2 gears, right. Don't go into second gear here. Just keep the low revs of the... Oh! Never mind. Probably should have gone into second, but this is such a torquey engine. Now, I am really bad at the carousel. What time are we on? 4:40. Okay. Early shift up, just to try and keep the traction. And now we're coming into section D, my favourite part of this racetrack. We're still in 4th. Actually, do you know what? That's actually worked out better. Coming up to U2 corner still, soon. Oh, I probably could have gone through there a little bit faster. Oh, we've drifted out wide. That's a really bad line. Just trying to keep it neat and tidy and keep this car on the track, because this is a road car. This isn't the more grippy race cars that I'm used to. Whoa! I think the 3rd gear is the meta through this section. Oh, we've gone very wide there. Not a very good exit. I'll be amazed if we can keep this below 8 minutes. Because don't forget, our time in the Diablo was 8 minutes, 1 second, 0.8. And I actually thought that was pretty impressive for an early 90s supercar on old rubber. Here we go. Gentle lift off through here. We can't take this flap. We've got to be very careful because we don't want to win. I mean, technically lap's already invalid, but oh, all over the place here. Nice and neat, tidy. That was way too slow. 3rd gear. Oh, we've made a right hash of that. Right hash of it. So we've done some corners pretty damn good, and then we've done others like that previous one that were like a dog's breakfast. Oh, too early on the power. And away we go. Right. Let's see if we can make up some time here. 7 minutes, 5 seconds. This is looking to be like a 7 minutes, 58 or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. We might be able to use the 7th gear as well. Blasting down the hill. Gentle lift off. We can't take it flat. Now brake. Got to brake super early. Every time I've taken this car through that section at full speed, it has been extremely unstable. Brake, turn it in. Fairly good corner exit. Oh, goodness. And we spin it, and that was a 753.7. Not bad, actually. Right, let's jump into the Honda. So here we are in the Honda Civic Type R, and the first thing you'll notice is that it is a beautiful manual gearbox, which is what we like to see. So we've put semi-slicks on the car, so to represent modern rubber. So let's see if we can match that Mercedes lap time. And away we go. Already, I feel like there's a ton more grip. Keep it nice and neat in here, and away we go on our flying lap in the Honda. Second through this corner and power on immediately. It does feel a lot more responsive. Gentle lift. Oh, we're drifting out wide, but we're getting back on the power pretty good into 5th gear and brake. Now, I know I don't really need to heel and toe in this car because it's got auto blip, but it's more of a thing of habit. This is absolutely glorious to drive. Coming up to the crest, all we need to do here is just a gentle lift. There we go, nice and neat through there. This car absolutely flies. By the way, I should point out, okay, that isn't actually in kilometers an hour, that is in miles an hour. It says kph, but it's doing what the game does. Keeping it really tight through here. And brake. Oh my goodness, that was a bit deep in there, but got a very good exit at least. And down the hill we go into... What's this section called? I really need to learn what corners are which. There we go. Scariest part of the circuit, and brake. 5th gear. Keep it in 3rd through here. Oh goodness, there's an apex in there somewhere, Corey. Try and keep it tidy. And away we go. What time are we on? We're actually making very good time. I can't tell if we're ahead of the Mercedes at this point in time, but it should be close. Try and keep it neat through here. It's very easy to go wide, as I almost do there. Oh goodness. There we go. Didn't need to change gear there. Gentle dab of the brakes, turn it in, cut the apex. Always a difficult section to get right. This is actually looking like a good lap so far. Sorry if I'm not talking much. I've gotten into the zone and just absolutely yeeting it around here. This is a really good mod of this car in particular. I really like it. Oh, we've gone a bit wide there. Get the power on, there we go. As always guys, the links to these mods will be in the description, so you guys can come and have some fun with these cars. Don't lift, absolute total confidence in this car. It's just so much more planted than the Mercedes was. Oh, a little bit slow through there, but then again we were the same in the Mercedes. Gentle lift. Oh, very close to coming off the track. Gone very wide there, very deep. But we're getting back on the power. Climbing up the hill. I think it's going to be 2nd gear for the carousel here. I hate doing the carousel. The carousel is one of the best corners in the world. But I'm just no good at it. There we go. Now coming into my favourite section. Don't think a downshift was really necessary there, but it sounds like it's alright. 3rd gear through here, and we've gone very wide, but taking it over to the curb. And away we go. So neat and tidy through here. Oh, that was absolutely wonderful. YouTube corner. This is where all the famous accidents happen. I think again the meta is the 3rd gear, like it was in the Mercedes. Brake early. 4th gear. Back on the power. There's a balloon. It's a rainbow balloon. Man, I love this car. This car is so fun. Just absolutely throwing it in. 4th gear through here. And then 3rd. Just trying to keep it neat and tidy. We've done a flipping solid lap so far. I mean, there's been mistakes here and there. Like that corner. Oh, I spoke too soon, didn't I? Never speak too soon, Corey. 3rd gear through here. Deceptively tight, the entry to that. Full power, let's go. Oh my goodness. We're like 10 seconds ahead of the Mercedes at this point. That's crazy. We've absolutely flown around the circuit. But this is where the Mercedes is going to be gaining hella ground right now. So we might just lose out on it. Yes. Then again, we're doing 168 miles an hour as it's indicated there. Right, we're going to have to brake early again because these cars get a bit unstable. Third gear for the last couple of corners. Just keep it in third. Don't need to do anything. Bit of left foot braking here. Cut it in nicely. And with the time is 7 minutes 40 seconds. What a lap time. Wow, guys. 13 seconds faster than the Mercedes. That's unbelievable. A modern day hatchback family car can get into supercar territory around here. That's amazing. And it goes to show you how far modern technology with motoring has come. Anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It would help me out a lot. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I want to try and get to 50,000 subscribers this year. So let's just try and go for it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good night, everybody.